Good afternoon everyone, welcome to Putting Mazda on the Road, part 4. Right, the story so far. If you watched part 3, we swapped out the aircon, which allowed us to get the belt back on, which meant we could actually run the thing and try and fix some of the other issues with it. Where the other video ended, it nearly started but it didn't. What you didn't see, because the battery on the camera ran out, and also the battery on the car, I almost flattened it down again, needed another hour's charge. I did actually manage to get the car started after that. It was running like an absolute dog. It was shaking and rattling and clouds of smoke. Wasn't happy at all. But nevertheless I run it like that for about 15 minutes just to get the oil circulated round. You remember, she hasn't run for nearly 2 months. And get some heat in the engine. It's been sat in freezing temperatures for 2 months again, which is probably what's knackered the battery. Anyhow, plugged the diagnostics in after that. My son left a diagnostics tool here back in November. I think he's forgot it's here, which is good because I can use it. Anyhow, plugged it in, and the faults that kept coming up, and forgive me if I've got this name wrong because I don't know what I'm talking about. I think it said mass airflow sensor. A fault with that. Now I've looked on YouTube and found it, and apparently it's that thing there. And it's not uncommon for them to get dirty and crap out. Now I have no idea whether this one is just filthy dirty, but remember, back when I first changed the DPF and I bolted it all up, the car wouldn't start. And I undone all this. It's still all loose. I never tightened it back up. I've got to do that regardless. This all needs tightening up. But what I did was I was squirting loads of Easy Start down there, trying to get the car to start. And it's not beyond the realms of possibility that I've got Easy Start all over the sensor. Plus, it could have been the problem to begin with. It was dirty, and that could be the problem. So anyhow, we're going to get that sensor off, give it a clean. I've got some contact cleaner. As you know, I buy this contact cleaner and I love the stuff. And we'll see if that works, basically. If I need to buy a new one, then I'll buy a new one. But right now I'm going to try cleaning up the old one. You never know, it might just work, and I've got the contact cleaner here. It's not going to cost me nothing to try it and see. So, we're going to go and get... looks like it's 2 Phillips screws. Yeah, 2 Phillips screws. Small Phillips. There's a small Phillips screwdriver. This, I presume, is a standard Mazda pain in the arse clip. It will pull off, but we'll figure that out in a second. I'll put my glasses on so that I can see. Get the sensor out, and I'll give it a bit of a clean. Right, Ben, I've got my glasses on. Got my contact cleaner. Got a selection of screwdrivers. Say that one's a bit big actually. That's I reckon that one will do it. Do I want to take the battery terminal off before I do this? It should be alright, shouldn't it? Don't think it'll hurt. Right, where can I put that so I don't lose it? That's a good place. Will it sit on top of the battery? Yeah, sit on top of the battery there. I'm going to drop the screwdriver. Right, that's the 2 screws out. Leave them there so they're safe. And there she is. And it's black. Oh, look at that. The sensor is absolutely minging. I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but I'm sure it's not to be supposed to be coated in all that black gunk. That does not look right to me. Right, we'll see how this clip comes off, because that's going to need a good spraying. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to... Yeah, I can't do this one-handed. Put that there for a second. Right, if I put the camera there, I don't think it's going to see what I'm doing. I might be able to wedge it with a screwdriver. Professional camera equipment. Yeah, you're not going to see what I'm doing, but I might be able to get this off. Anybody know how these clips fit? What, you have to push in or pull up? Do you have to push that tab down or something? Right, you know what? I'm going to leave it connected. I can't be bothered. I'm not even going to try and do that. Right, what we'll do, we'll go and get a cloth or something to put under it, and I'm just going to give it a good spray on top of the fuse box there. Right, I get defeated by the silliest of things, I tell you folks. I can't get the plug off. I've pushed, there's a little tab there, I've pushed it, I've pulled it, I've lifted it. Nah, I can't get it to come off. I can't see whether this is dirty or whether it's not, but we've got the contact cleaner, so we'll just give it a... It's going to be very difficult for me to do and hold a camera, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what bit needs to be cleaned. I just spray the whole thing, I will. I'll just spray everything. So what I need to do is hold it that way up, but I can't do that and hold the camera. That's what I need to do. So, yeah, I can't show you it because I need two hands. But I'm going to hold it that way up and give it a good spray with the contact cleaner. Again, I'll stick the camera sort of roughly there, pointing at it. I don't know whether it's going to see it or not. It will or it won't. If it don't, I'm sorry. Just give it a good... Give it a good spray on both sides. Right. Leave that there to dry. As you can see, I've given it a good soaking. I don't know if you saw it or not. I won't know till I look at the video myself when I come to upload it. But I've given her a good spraying. We'll give her a bit more as it's that way round. Give it a good soaking. There we go. I mean, that's had a pretty good clean now. If it's going to work, that will have done it. So pretty much we will just leave that now to air dry for a bit, and then we'll put it in and see if it's made a difference. Well, I've left it like that for near enough an hour, and I know you can see, but it's still a bit wet there. So we'll give that a wipe off with a tissue, and we'll stick it back in, and I'll tighten that up as well. In fact, I'll tighten that up first. It's a 10mm spanner, although there is a Phillips on the top. I wonder if I can get out on it. This Phillips probably ain't big enough. No, it's not. That's a shame, I took the other ones back. Never mind. I'm sure we can get it with that. It would have done with a squirt of the plus gas. Would have made that a bit easier, but never mind. Yeah, this would be much easier with a Phillips. Can I do that by hand? Nearly. Not quite. Should have bought the cordless. Would have done this easy. Christ, how much did I undo it by? Didn't need to undo it that far, surely. It's getting looser. Am I undoing it? No, I'm tightening it up. I'm definitely going the right way. Thought I was having a senior moment then. I'll sod that. I'll go and get the cordless in a minute. Right, let's put this back first. Let's give this a quick dab off. You're not going to see me do that. Oh, it's soaking wet, this paper towel. Thought this stuff's supposed to evaporate. Right, I've got to go and get a clean bit of paper towel, because that's a bit mucky. So we'll go in the house, get a clean bit of paper towel, give that a wipe over and put it back in, and go upstairs and get a bigger screwdriver while I'm at it. Okay, been and got a couple of bigger screwdrivers. See if one of these fits. Yep, that does the job. But again, I'm going to have to hold it to get it to tighten up. Oh Christ, nearly lost it. Oh crikey, I'd have been there for an hour with a spanner. Why on earth did I undo it that far? Oh, there we go. That's tight. Not that it makes a huge difference. I've just discovered that I don't want to put my hands down there again, but there's a big hole in this pipe down there. So if anybody knows what this pipe is called here, put it in the comments, because I'm going to need a new one of those. I mean, I will go down there and tape it up, but eventually I'm going to have to get a new one. But this is the pipe that goes, this is the air filters in there, and that's, I presume that goes down to the air intake on the actual engine. I have no clue, but whatever this pipe is called, put it in the comments, because I'm going to have to get a new one. Right, I've got a bit of clean tissue. I'm trying to keep it off my hands because my hands are dirty. I'm going to put the camera down again. But I'm basically just giving that sensor a wipe over with a clean bit of paper towel. And again, I don't actually know, there's some black come off it. I don't actually know, but I just imagine it's that hole in the middle that does the majority of the sensing. So I'm going to twist this up like that and push it in the hole like that and give it a twirl round. But again, I need two hands to do that. And we'll see if there's actually any dirt in there. Little. Needs to be a bit thinner. That was sort of too thick to go in there really. We'll screw up the other end, make it a bit thinner, so we can actually get right through. There we go. Give that a twirl round inside the hole. So what I'm doing, I'm twisting it around in there like that. Make sure there's no bits of paper left. Nope. Right, that looks pretty clean to me. So we'll put her back in. I don't know if it sort of locks in there any particular way. No, it doesn't seem to want to go in there very well. It's rocking about. What's wrong with that this then? Unless that's just some sort of seal on it. There's a rubber seal at the top here. Give the pipe a quick wipe around as well. That it sits in. I don't think there's oh, there's a fair bit of muck in there, look. But ZL01. Would that be the part number? Oh yeah, that's gone in better. Right. Get the 2 screws. Put one in there. It was this screwdriver, I think. There's one in. Grab the other one. Right, tighten this one straight down now. That's 2 in, and we never did get that connector off. I'll wipe over. Right, let's see if this is all tight. It should be. Yeah, it's all wobbling about, I don't know why. But this is all connected up. Like I said, there's a hole in this pipe down there. Don't know if that's going to affect it or not. Again, if you know, please leave a comment. I know no one ever comments on my videos, but please, if you do know, leave a comment and let me know. Because I really am, I wouldn't say I'm thick, but I'm a bit clueless when it comes to cars. Right, let's get all these tools off here. And we'll see if the battery's any good. Because I did, like I said, I did run it for about 15 minutes yesterday. So if the battery's holding a charge, there should be enough in it to spin it over. Whether that's going to make any difference to it or not, I don't know, but we shall see. Right, everything's clear. It's absolutely freezing out here, by the way. Well, it's not freezing, it's 2 degrees. It's plenty cold enough for me. But we'll see if it'll go. It all depends whether that battery's any good or not. If it's held a charge, it's okay. I locked it up yesterday. Well, I'm locking a car up that's up in the air, I don't know, but I do silly things. Okay, we got lights. Wait for them to all go out. Well, the battery's good. Still don't want to start though. Give it a bit of throttle. Well, that's not even catching now. She's not happy. Oh, dear. She's not a happy chappy. Right, well, seeing as it's absolutely freezing, seeing as I've nearly killed the battery, I'm going to leave that now for today, because it's just too, I don't know if you can see me breath as I'm talking. If I put me face down here, it is absolutely freezing out here. So I'm going to abandon it for today, and we'll start again tomorrow, weather permitting of course. But we've cleaned the sensor, I think. Whether it needs a new one or not, I won't know until the thing actually starts. Tomorrow I'll get the jump leads and the big battery down, hook it up, and we'll try and fire her up again and see what it runs like. I mean, if it's still running like an old dog, we know that we probably need a new sensor. And I'll plug it into the diagnostics again and see what they have to say. Anyway, that's it for part 4 day 1. see you all tomorrow. It'll be instant for you, but it's going to be 24 hours or so for me. Right, morning guys. It's been instantaneous for you since I plugged it in, but it's actually been 2 weeks since I last come under this car. The weather's been just, well, it's just been not very nice. It's been horrible. It's either been freezing cold or hammering down the rain. And today we've got a dry, sunny day. It's not exactly warm, but it's not too cold. And the weather forecast for tomorrow is absolutely horrendous. But anyway, I reckon I may have found the problem here. Get the torch. If I put the torch there like that, reach down. Yes, it's not going to be easy to show you this, but we'll have a go. If I get my thumb, hopefully the camera can see it. I can see it from this angle. There's a great big hole in the air intake pipe there. And if you remember, the codes were air mass, whatever they are. I mean, I can get my whole thumb in there quite easily. Now, I don't know how this pipe comes off. I've tried to source a new pipe. You can't buy one. Can't get a new one. They're out of stock everywhere. I've checked, even Auto, I've checked the German one, I've checked everywhere. Nobody's got them. They're about 80 quid new. So the alternative I've got now is either get a universal air intake pipe. You can get like a flexi pipe. You just got to make sure it's the right diameter that you can fit. Or I can get the proper tape online that you can tape around that. But where it's on the ridged surface, not sure that would work. Other than that, I'm just going to try a bit of gaffer tape. So what I'm going to try and do today, first off, I'm going to see if I can get it off. I can see this end easy enough. You know, this one's right there. We've already done that back up. That's easy enough to get off. But I can't actually get my hand on the other end at the minute. So I'm going to undo this, hopefully move it over a bit, and I'll be able to get it at the other end. If I can get it off, I'll take it off, give it a clean. Just in a bucket of soapy water and a bit of brake cleaner or something. And see if I can tape it up with gaffer tape. I know it's not a permanent repair, although a lot of people do that as a permanent repair and it holds. I just want to see if it cures the problem in the car, because otherwise it's one of these. Fortunately, these are not expensive. I've seen this very, is it the air mass sensor? I think that's what it's called. This very one is on eBay for about 6.5 quid. Whereas you can pay up to 80 quid for one for different vehicles, so that's surprisingly cheap for this car. So anyway, we'll do the pipe first. If I can get it off, tape it up, put it back on. And if that don't work, then I'll just order up a new sensor. And if that don't work, God knows. But anyway, that's what we're going to try and do today. Right, well, I can now see what is actually on the other end. Hopefully you can see that. It looks like it's a, well, I don't know, some sort of nut. I don't know if it's a square one or a hexagonal from here. It's got a locking tab on it, which you'd have to bend out of the way. Unless you can get a screwdriver on the other end, but with all this filter box in the way, you'd have to take all that off to get a screwdriver on the end. Yeah, not actually sure about this. I'll have to take this off as well to get access in there. And like I said, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to undo that without taking the filter box out of the way, which seems like an awful lot of work to me. So I think what I'm going to try and do, because we want to find out if this is the actual problem, I think I'm just going to tape this up in place. Wrap some tape around it, seal the hole up, blank the codes out with the box of tricks, and see if that gets it to run a bit better. I mean, it's only a temporary fix. If that works, then we'll head on and do it properly. I mean, it's going to have to be done anyway, whether it's the actual problem or not. That split's not going to be any good, so just as a quick fix, we'll stick a bit of tape on it and see what happens. Right, well, I've taped her up and put it back on, as you can see. Like I said, this is just a temporary fix. I'm not, you know, I don't even know if that tape's on there good enough. It's got to be better. I'm covering the hole. So, if I don't fully seal it, I am partially sealing it, which has got to make it better. But we'll get the boxer tricks out and the battery charger. We'll shove it on charge for a bit. Get the boxer tricks in and plug in and see if I can reset the codes. Leave it to charge up for a bit and then we'll try and start her and see what it runs like. And you never know. I might have cured it. I know I'm probably clutching at straws here, but we can hope. So, been in the car, reset all the codes. I've reset all the codes. All the codes are now showing as 0. No faults detected. Taped that up, done that back up. Got the battery charger showing 56% at the moment. It was 40% when I put it on. So, I'm not going to go for a start just yet. Going to wait till we get at least 60-70% in there. Pulled that terminal off the MS sensor. I thought, while I'm waiting, just give it a very quick squirt with the old contact cleaner, just in case there's anything amiss in there. I've checked the wires all there, but can't feel any breaks in them or anything wrong with it. All seem okay, and we'll just stick. I can't see what I'm spraying, but if I spray that in there, there we go. Contacts have all had a clean. And by the time the battery's charged up, that will have all dried. It dries pretty quick anyway. So, yeah. Just waiting on the battery charger now. Get a bit of charge in the battery. And we'll see what happens. Right, well, it's been on charge for a fair old while, showing 63%. I'm sure there's actually more in it than that. But if we've cured everything, I need to put that plug back in. Nearly forgot that. Nice resounding click. Right, what we'll do, we'll unplug the charger for a second and we'll see if she goes. So, when everything was right on this car, it was an outstandingly easy car to start. So, if we've cured the problem, in theory it will start easy. In theory anyway. Remember, the exhaust's still only partially connected, so it's going to be a bit noisy if it does start. No, that's flying over, that should have gone. I've got to watch that battery charger don't fall off. Oh. 4. A fair bit of smoke there, isn't there? But she did start. Give her another go. Right, no, it don't want to go. Well, I'm baffled with this car. The code reader's not picking up anything. All it said was map sensor. I mean, I've fixed that hole in that pipe. There's plenty of life in that battery. Well, it just don't want to run. I'm doing the throttling, it's doing nothing. It's just going to die on me. I am baffled. Really, really am baffled. I'm just going to kill a battery. Oh well, I've had enough for today. I'll stick it back on charge for half hour and then I'm going to knock it on the head. I don't know what to do with this poxy car. I'm getting close to just throwing in the towel and just bunging it on the back of a lorry and scrapping it. I really have had a gutful of it. Anyway, it'll only be a short video this time, but I think we'll upload it because it's been a while. And I don't know, comment if you want to, if you've got any ideas, but nobody ever comments, nobody ever likes, so don't bother. It's up to, do you know what, I just don't care. Catch you all laters.